So now we want to understand what is the approach and the roadmap that we the Six Sigma follows. So Six Sigma is having the approach of like DMAIC, as we all know: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. These are the 5 steps that we are performing. Now let me give you 2 examples. One is from our personal life. Another one is from the industry. How this define, measure, analyze, improve, and control will work. Okay, so let me start with the personal one. So let's say, for example, today I'm not feeling well. Why? Because of my body temperature is high. So body temperature is high. That is my problem. Okay, so I have defined my problem that body temperature is high. Now, coming to the measure phase, we have to define what is high. High yani kitna? Okay, so I'll take thermometer and then I'll put it into my mouth and then I'll see that it is 103. So it's like very high, right? It should be 96 or less. Okay, it should be around that. But against that, it is this much. Now, what I'm going to do next? So I'm going to visit a doctor. Now, this doctor will analyze the causes of high body temperature. So basically, it will be the causes. So doctor will ask that is there anyone in your home, they are having this kind of problem, or let's say someone is infected, or have you been there in the hospital? From there you might have get this, or have you at the cold things or something like that. Okay, so that kind of thing he will be asking, and after that he will be suggesting some blood and urine test. Okay, now you might have observed, like in blood and urine test, it is 1, 2, 3. Likewise, there might be 15, 20 parameters. In that, some normal range are given. Okay. For that parameter, what is the normal range and what is actual range, or let's say actual value? So that is written somewhere here like this. Now, what doctor will study? So doctor will identify in which of the parameter this range is going out of, this actual value is going out of range. So let's say 1, 3, 6. Likewise, he has identified 5 parameters for which their actual values are out of the range. Now, doctor might have studied all these 15 parameter by in the form of this blood and urine test, but these are all the possible reasons which might be affecting. But once we have tested, we came to know it is only 5, not other 10. Okay, so the medicine which is prescribed by the doctor, that is somewhere come here, like identify, select, and implement the solution. So that is the medicine for this 5 parameters, not for the 15 parameters. Okay, so for 5 parameters, to correct them or to get them back in the normal range, he will do a prescription, he will write a medicine, and basically he will give a medicine for, let's say, 2 to 3 days. It is nothing but the piloting. Okay, so basically piloting means what? So they are trying whatever solutions he has identified that is working in your environment. So similarly here, like he's checking the medicine that he is suggesting, how your body is accepting that or how body is responding to that medicine. So that is what he is doing in a piloting. So after 3 days, when you go back, he will again do a before after comparison. So he will ask, now abhi kaisa hai? Then again he will measure your temperature, and then now it is, let's say, 97. Okay, so it is like near to the target, right? So it's a good one. Okay, if something is doubtful, for example, if still it is 100, so again he will ask for the blood and urine test, and then he will compare it. Like previously there was a 5 parameters which were out of the range, now it is like 3 parameters out of the range, or let's say the variation deviation between actual value and normal range is reduced. So likewise he can suggest, okay, now situation is improving. Okay, and then let's say if that is working around, then he will ask us for the sustenance of the results. So now this medicine, we don't need to take it permanently, but he will suggest us to continue with some medicine, like 1 or 2 items are there, like medicines will be there, tablets, and we have to continue with that for, let's say, 5 days or 7 days. And then he will give some precautionary measures or instructions that bahar ka nahi khana hai, fried nahi khana hai, and so on, right? Why? Because whatever result we have achieved, like if we have achieved like 97, so we again want to sustain this. We don't want to go back to again 103. So here basically, control mechanism or sustenance will be done. Now coming to the second example, that is of you can say industry. So let's say we are having the problem of high rejection. Now high mane kitna? So we have collected last 6 months data, and then we have measured the performance, like how it is going. So it is on an average, let's say 10%. That is based on the data we have captured. Okay. After that, we are going to analyze it. Okay. So what are the causes? What are the causes for this high rejection? So for that, we might be preparing this kind of cause and effect diagram. Now this rejection may be due to man, machine, material, method, measurement. Likewise, it will be there. So this all causes will be identified. Root cause analysis will be done, and out of this, some of the causes will be validated. Okay. Now once validation is done, there will be an improvement plan. Okay, where solutions will be implemented, and then before after comparison will be done. So previously it was at 10%, now it is at, let's say, 2%. So here, like before after comparison will be there, and then there'll be a sustenance plan where we will be continuously monitoring our performance, and if something is happening, immediately you are taking an action. That is the sustenance plan. So this is with respect to industry. Now instead of high rejection, it may be lead time. So high lead time, or let's say low yield, low productivity. Now low mane kitna, high mane kitna. So that is all we have to figure out based on the data. That is in the measure phase. In the analyze phase, we are finding out reason behind it. In improve phase, we are finding out the solution of it, and then in control phase, we are sustaining the result that we have achieved. So these are all the steps of the 6 Sigma.